Fox 66 News with Brian Wilk, meteorologist Craig Flint, and Mike Finner with sports. You're watching Fox 66 News first at 10.
4 more years. President Donald Trump's son Eric made a final push in Waterford this afternoon to keep his father in the White House. Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. The 36-year-old made a campaign stop in Waterford with 2 days to go until Election Day. The Commander-in-Chief's son visiting Mound Grove Golf Course for a Make America Great Again rally. Fox 66 News is your local election headquarters. Star Bodie joins us in the control room with more after speaking to Eric Trump one-on-one. Hi, Star.
Hi, Brian. For about 30 minutes, Eric Trump described how unemployment rates have dropped and the economy has improved under his father's leadership, among other timely topics. The race for a seat at the White House is underway with just 2 days left until the presidential election. President Trump's son, Eric Trump, making a final campaign stop in hopes of gaining Erie County votes.
They're sick and tired of seeing the radical left. These guys have never accomplished anything. They want to increase your taxes by $4 trillion. They want to strip faith out of society. They want to take away constitutional rights like your Second Amendment.
This comes after Erie County went red during the 2016 election, Eric Trump believing it could be done again. For 30 minutes, Trump's son calling out Democratic nominee Joe Biden, expressing the lack of success in 47 years.
The other guy can't even be found. No one even knows where the guy is. I mean, he's got zero work ethic, and they see how hard my father works every single day, and they also see how hard he fights for this country.
Eric Trump also expressing that the Democratic Party would raise taxes and remove private health care. He goes on to tell us that fracking is vital in the Keystone State, and if his father were re-elected, he would continue success.
Biden literally came out and said, yes, I'd like to phase out fossil fuels by 2025, and my father will never let it happen. He'll always be behind our great energy workers, and he'll always be behind our industry in this country.
President Trump's son also claiming how unemployment and the economy has improved under his father's leadership. Now, this was Eric's final campaign stop. He tells us that he's made more than 200 visits across the county in each campaign. Brian?
Thank you, Star. Vice President Mike Pence will be making a campaign stop in Erie on Monday. The Vice President will make an appearance at a Make America Great Again victory rally at Erie International Airport. The rally is scheduled to start at 2 with doors opening up at noon. You can learn more about the event and how to get tickets by visiting our website, yourerie.com. The Biden campaign announcing this morning that Dr. Jill Biden will make a stop in Erie Monday morning. On Monday, former Vice President Biden, Jill Biden, Senator Harris will travel to Pennsylvania, reaching all 4 corners of the state. Dr. Biden will kick off in Erie, then attend a Get Out the Vote in Lawrence and Allegheny counties. The time and location for the event in Erie has yet to be announced. The Erie County Elections Department announced that a change has been made for Mill Creek Township District 2 residents. The voting location has changed from the Kearsarge Fire Department to the Church of Christ located on West Grandview Boulevard. The Erie County Board of Elections chairman says the chief of the volunteer fire company did not feel they had the manpower to ensure all of their ability to keep the facility clean and disinfected and safe for voters. You can learn more details on our website. For all your election news anytime, you can go to our website, yourerie.com. Now to the COVID-19 numbers in our area and across the state. The State Department of Health reports 38 new cases of COVID-19 just in the past 24 hours. The total number of Erie County cases is 2,261. There have been 54 COVID-19 related deaths reported in Erie County. And along with those high Erie County numbers, the state and regional cases are on the rise as well. The Pennsylvania Department of Health reporting 1,909 new COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours, bringing the statewide total to over 209,000. There were 5 new deaths. That total currently stands at 8,817. Crawford County reporting 585 cases. That's an increase of 14. Warren County remains at 71. Chautauqua County reporting 1,060. Ashtabula County reporting 856. That's an increase of 23. Two faculty members from Erie High School tested positive for COVID-19, resulting in the school district's decision to close the building next week. Chelsea Swift tells us about one Erie High athlete that started a petition to keep sports going.
Erie School District officials say they are following guidance from the Pennsylvania Department of Education. This recommends districts close schools that have 2 to 4 positive COVID cases in a building within a 14-day period. After 2 Erie High faculty members tested positive last week, the school will be closed next week.
A tough time for everyone, and it's not an easy decision to close a building and to suspend or pause sports or any other activities for any length of time.
Erica Irwin adding the Erie School District will work with District 10 of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association to determine if any Erie High School championship games can be or will be rescheduled.
We understand that sports are a fantastic outlet for our students, and so obviously the goal is to resume them as soon as is healthy to do so.
One senior student athlete says he created a petition in the hopes of changing the school district's decision.
The postponement or the cancellation of fall sports for Erie High reinstated, so essentially we'd be able to play Tuesday.
The goalkeeper for the men's Erie High soccer team, Dylan Lyon, says since the District 10 playoff game was scheduled for this Tuesday, Erie High will have to forfeit to McDowell due to the school's closure.
We've trained extremely throughout the past couple months, worked our butts off to get where we're at, and we were pretty hopeful going into the game on Tuesday.
Chelsea Swift, Fox 66 News.
Driving down West 26th Street, you might have noticed a new mural with a message of social justice. In August, the grocery store Whole Foods Co-op partnered with the Erie Arts and Culture Chroma Guild to create a mural. A team of artists was selected and they worked together to make a mural to represent the co-op's support for food accessibility initiatives. Today, the mural was revealed with a ceremony. The Whole Food Co-op's board president says the mural demonstrates the intersection of food access and social justice.
The U.S. economy saw record GDP growth in the third quarter. I'm Alexandra Limon in Washington, and coming up, I'll tell you why some are concerned the economy isn't out of the woods yet.
Plus, a helping hand. One local business is doing its part to help a local high school football player after he collapsed on the field with a serious brain injury. And pet